Gentlemen, have you ever found yourself questioning if the woman you're dating is a narcissist? Narcissism, a term derived from the Greek myth of Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection, is a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. In the realm of relationships, it can manifest as a toxic, draining, and emotionally damaging experience. It's important to note that narcissism is not gender-specific. It can affect anyone regardless of their sex. However, for the purpose of our discussion today, our focus is on women. So, if you've ever felt that your partner's actions are centered around their own needs and desires, or that they often disregard your feelings, gentlemen, you are in a relationship with a narcissistic woman. If any of this sounds familiar, stay tuned as we plummet into the 5 major red flags you're dating a narcissistic woman. First off, a narcissistic woman often plays the victim. Picture this. You're constantly made to feel like the villain in your own relationship. That's a hallmark of a narcissistic woman. She has a knack for twisting narratives in her favor, casting herself as the blameless victim of circumstances and people, including you. This isn't just about dodging responsibility for her actions. It's a crafty method of manipulation and control. She uses her perceived victimhood as a tool to evoke sympathy, to justify her actions, or to gain the upper hand in arguments. This term is called covert narcissism. You find yourself in a perpetual cycle of apology, trying to mend bridges that she's expertly burned. This is a red flag, gentlemen. I don't cheat, lie, or make you doubt yourself. If I do, it's your fault, signed a narcissistic woman. Quote, while playing the victim, the narcissist masters the art of manipulating sympathy, turning their own flaws into a performance of innocence. A genuine relationship is about owning up to our mistakes, not constantly shifting the blame. It's about fostering understanding, not manipulating emotions. Remember, a relationship should be a partnership, not a rescue mission. Secondly, she gaslights you, making you doubt your own sanity. This is a sinister term for a sinister behavior. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic where a person, in this case a narcissistic woman, makes you question your own reality or sanity. It's like a psychological sleight of hand, where she might deny things that have happened, dismiss your feelings, or convince you that your memory is faulty. Imagine it like this. You're in a house of mirrors where every reflection is distorted and twisted. You're trying to navigate through, but the path keeps changing. The images keep shifting. That's what it's like to be gaslighted. She's not doing it because she believes in the delusions she's creating. No, she's doing it to gain power and control. It's a mechanism to make you feel off balance, to make you doubt yourself, and to make her the center of your world. Quote, gaslighting chips away at self-esteem, leaving individuals feeling utterly worthless. Gwen, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Now that we have covered 2 gentlemen, please click the subscribe button to join the curious community. Let's move on, shall we? Thirdly, narcissistic women can be remarkably shallow. They often skim the surface of relationships, focusing on appearances rather than forming meaningful connections. Their interactions tend to be superficial, lacking the deep emotional understanding that's the cornerstone of genuine relationships. They're like ships sailing in shallow waters, unable to delve into the depths of emotional intimacy. She tries to cover up her insecurities with superficial things. She tends to obsess over her looks and social status, using her body and surroundings to display her narcissistic tendencies. Having the newest gadgets, bags, clothes and cars makes her feel better about herself because it hides her insecurities. She often acts like she deserves special treatment just based on how she looks. Female narcissists don't really care about a person's character or values unless it makes her looks good. This kind of narcissism is called somatic narcissism. She finds her worth in her body and the things around her. Fourthly, she is violent and emotionally abusive. Some people wrongly think that female narcissists aren't as violent as males, but that's not true. Female narcissists can be just as emotionally abusive and violent as their male counterparts. Male victims often don't report cases of abuse because they feel ashamed. Female narcissists may seem nice and helpful to others, but behind closed doors they can be just as angry and contemptuous as male narcissists. They often act like the victim more than men because they know society tends to take them more seriously. They can also be very jealous, overly controlling, superficial, and unnecessarily competitive. They leave deep scars, often more damaging than visible wounds. If your girlfriend shows these signs, guess what? Spoiler alert, she's a narcissist. A guy wants peace, and I bet you You won't fucking get that in a relationship with a narcissist. Just putting it out there. No one should have to endure abuse in any form. Finally, she is a master of camouflage. Just like a chameleon changes its colors, a narcissistic woman presents an image that's alluring, perfect even. She's adept at hiding her true self, projecting a persona that's designed to charm and captivate you. But remember, this is a mere facade, an illusion. Underneath, the real person is vastly different. Authenticity is key in any relationship. Be wary of those who seem too good to be true. So, gentlemen, these are the 5 major red flags that she is a narcissist. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Don't settle for less. Until next time, gentlemen, stay soulfully synergized.